Hi everybody, I'm Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Donkey, a bipolar journey. What I'd like to talk to you about today is relief. The last few days have been great. I had a birthday, which I talked about on here, I believe, if I remember right, and I got a bunch of money from my friends. And I was able to order a bunch of stuff. And this time, instead of spending it on everyone else, I spent most of it. Of course, you know I can't get away with not spending something on someone else. But I spent most of it on me. And I've got all this stuff coming by Amazon and stuff. And it's exciting. But what I want to tell you about is the relief I have felt because of two things that have been not resolved, but the level of emergency has gone from up here to like around here, and all that horrible stress. I've got 10,000 things to be stressed about and be trying to take care of, and I'm not. And these two were huge. And to have those lopped off like that is just exhilarating. And I have felt exhilarated the last few days. I've also been exhausted because I'm not sleeping enough. Because I'm so happy about not having these stressors. And I'll tell you what happened. We had people staying in my mom's house while she was at the care center. It got complicated and nasty. I thought it was going to involve legalities, and that scared the hell out of me because I don't have the money for that. Nor do I have the brains for it. My brain is like Swiss cheese. I can't deal with a courtroom. It was bad. And then they left. They're gone. The keys have been changed, and the locks have been changed. And now it's back to being my mom's house again. It's going to have to be cleaned up. But I don't think I'm going to be taking care of that. I'm not sure who's going to be taking care of that. But that is off my shoulders, and that is incredible. The other thing is a responsibility that I have to be taking care of that I haven't because I couldn't find certain things. I've been holding that in and not being able to do anything about it. And I've been worrying and worrying and worrying. And then the other night, Rick said something and I realized, I have to tell him about it now. And I did, and it was like water off a duck's back. He barely reacted, and he gave me a reassurance. That's two huge boulders off my neck that were really bothering me. I know that you're probably curious about the details, but I'm afraid of legalities. And I'm afraid of other things too. I can't explain it. Thank you so much for listening to this. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I am Kathleen Byram, and I'm the author of Conversations with Donkey, a bipolar journey. And I would love it if you would take a second. It only takes a second to flip the like button under the screen. And consider subscribing if you like my work. And if you have any suggestions, I always appreciate constructive criticism. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.